Hey everyone, it just got done raining and I thought it's been such a while since I have been on YouTube. I uploaded a couple shorts the other day because it's been a while. And now you'll forgive me, but it's getting back to school days here and things are just chaos, getting all of the things ready. Yeah. So with that said, things were looking fresh and pretty and nice out here. And I wanted to start here by sharing, and I've shared this with you guys before, but this is one of my all-time favorite things to grow. It's zinnias. I love to grow zinnias in general. They're just one of my absolute favorite flowers, but this one in particular it's Zinnia Profusion Double White. I've been growing these for a few years now. I started them under grow lights in the winter, and here's why. Because I love them so much, I wanted to make sure I had plenty of them, and that's why I started them early. Zinnias are one of the easiest things that you can grow from seed. Once your chance of frost has passed, you can go ahead and sprinkle zinnia seeds here and there and everywhere and just give them a light dusting of soil to cover them on top. You don't even have to get crazy with it. They will grow. I promise you. So these are just a wonderful front of the border plant. Look how pretty, just beautiful. Some kind of pollinator flying around there. But they're nice and short and they're just so full. I think right here I have 5 plants. And they were just tiny little starts and now they're huge. I also have some in this basket with my boxwood too. I just love them. I do come along and deadhead sometimes when I see things like this and just pop them off like that. And that will keep them nice and full and keep the blooms coming. Zinnias are one of those cut and come again flowers. So happy, so pretty, so giving. I had someone on here, I was asking for suggestions of some content, ask about seed saving. So I thought that would be a fun thing to talk about too. I will just touch on sunflowers right now because we're standing here in front of some that are spent. You can see, if you peek inside there, you can see the sunflower seeds and the birds have been landing on here. I leave these up because I like the birds to come and enjoy them. But once these start to fall, their heads start to fall, you can see that they are done blooming. This will kind of get brown. The back of the sunflower will start to brown, and that's when you know it is time to cut it and to pick it. They need to dry a little bit. I have one in the greenhouse that I'm going to show you real quick because I think it would be interesting just to show you the different parts of it. So let's go look at it. So I have one here that I cut down and let dry a bit, but you can see here, so you start by, there's little bits all over the front of your sunflower. I wanted to get the proper name of that covering. Those are considered disc florets. So the part that you can, gently rub off the front of your seeds are called disc florets. This one's been drying in here for a little bit, but you can see the center is not as dry. I harvested this one a little too soon. I wanted to show folks how to get the sunflower seeds off of here. So I cut this one down to show you guys that, but you can see I pulled some out in the tray here. What is that? Is that one of my gray hairs? There's some here in the tray here, and then some that were not quite ready. You can see those there. This is a Pro Cut Plum, which is one of my favorites. So to store these, I will take the ones that are ready and nice and dry. I'll put them in an envelope. You can just use a regular envelope. They actually sell little brown, craft paper envelopes in stores. You could use those if you want to get a little bit more fancy. And we've got a while yet, and I might be able to maybe squeak out a couple more sunflowers before the end of the season. So I just went ahead and took a couple of these and popped them right into the raised bed. I thought it'd be fun to show you that. So that's kind of some of the fun stuff that I've been doing in here. I have also been working on my topiaries. These are Myrtle topiaries. This one here is newish. It's a couple months old. I purchased them in this shape and then I maintain them. This is just a little twist tie that they put on there to kind of keep it propped up. But I got two separate ones. I ordered these on Etsy. There's a lot of nice myrtles on Etsy, and you can find smaller ones that are pretty reasonably priced. But my goal for this one is to allow them to grow together and then make a rectangular shape. So I'm letting this one get a little bit shaggy, and then I will eventually prune it into one joined rectangle with the two stems coming up there. And then this is a wonderful, you can see, actually, I can't stand this wood sorrel. If you guys buy stuff from the nurseries and you see wood sorrel in there, get it out. Get it out if you can with the roots. Do what you can to get it out, because if you plant your plants with this in there, you are transferring that into your garden and you're just going to have an ongoing problem. Take my word for it. Ask me how I know. Anyway, this is Baby Tears. It's one plant, and look, you can see what a beautiful soft covering it makes there, just to kind of cover up the soil. It gives it just a nice soft texture and soft look about it. I love it. And then these are myrtles that I've had for quite a few years now. They're getting big. Their stems are getting nice and thick and sturdy, and the tops are just really nice and dense and beautiful. I've kept these in the greenhouse all summer, and they've done remarkably well. Here's another one I've had for several years. Then this one is a few years old too, but it was a little shorter when I got it. You can see it's got a nice sturdy stem there. But I shaped these. This one's a little bit more sparse because I had this one inside my house on a bright windowsill, and myrtles love like maximum sun when they can get it. That's what they want. So I moved it out here to the greenhouse, and it's actually really getting very thick and full now that it is out here and exposed to so much sunlight. Baby Tears propagates so easily. I broke off a little sprig of it a couple weeks ago and popped it into this little pot of a hardy geranium I have here, and it's already growing. So if you buy one, you have a lifetime supply. You can really just break off little pieces and pop it anywhere and get some new plants from it. And I did want to show you guys, I can't not show you some of the dahlias that are blooming right now. This one just got rained on, so it's getting a little droopy. But this one is Teesbrook Audrey. Is she not pretty? Look at that. I love the ones that have the open center like this because they're so bee and pollinator friendly. It's like a little bullseye for all the little pollinators to just find what they're looking for. I have quite a few beautiful dinner plate dahlias growing right now. This one is Cafe au Lait Rose. So pretty. It's got these stripy blooms. And then this is one of my all-time favorites. This is Cafe au Lait Royal, and it is very pretty. This is absolutely one of my all-time favorite dahlias. I've been growing this one for quite a few years now. It is just very soft and beautiful. It's very pretty and very sturdy, and it gives a lot of blooms. It's tall. I'm gonna say this is going on about 6 feet tall at the highest bud there. I did just give a very, very light trim to the Knot Garden boxwoods. So you can start to see things taking shape here. Really, I just went in and very lightly trimmed off just any, unwieldy growth that was kind of spindly and just popping off the top. But you can see now a much more defined shape there, and it looks terrific. All the little bits that are on the soil there, those will just decompose. I'm not worried about that. These salvia have just been taking my breath away for months now. This is, look at this, so pretty. Bishop of Dover. I've showed you this one before, really pretty. I have a clematis I planted in the corner, and it is starting to put out a lot of nice new growth. I did have a bunny I caught nibbling on it the other day, but that's okay. But again, this will just kind of swath through here. It is a Sweet Summer Love clematis, and it'll just swath through here with its beautiful flowers. This one's a very vigorous grower and has late summer blooms. And yeah, just a mass of purple flowers there. Who doesn't want to see that? And then one other change I wanted to show you was I added limelight hydrangeas to these corners here by the arbor. This is going to give me some nice privacy and height during times when I really want it. During the spring, I'll have the green foliage emerging. Summer, we'll have the blooms. Fall, we'll have the blooms. And then in wintertime, it will die back to, you know, go dormant, lose its leaves, and it will be more of a stick structure there. But I'm not really out here in the wintertime to care. But filling that space, I didn't want an evergreen. I didn't want, you know, something too bulky or blocking, but having those limelight blooms here, I think will be beautiful. And I'll bet you next year it'll be huge because these things grow fast. So I have one on either side of the arbor. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me in my garden. And listen to those cicadas. Oh my goodness.